Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is some foolishness, some mess, some drama. Okay, a couple things to talk about all day. The blogs, social media, people on live, the celebrities have been beefing. Okay, round here, fussing. I don't know why, and it started last night, and it has transpired all night and has continued over until today. Okay, so I wanted to just make sure I wanted my stuff to be separate because it's Kandi with Tamar and her man and they man and the beans, but it's also, Escape and SWV. I still have not fully watched SWV and Escape show from last night. So I'm gonna have a live review of that tomorrow. It may even be tomorrow morning at like 11 or whatever. To get into that because that is a whole bunch of this stuff. Okay, I was like, it's seemed too much, and people want to blame Kandi. I don't blame Kandi. I blame social media. I blame social media and the blogs and us bloggers and everything because we the ones talking about it. But I don't fully blame Kandi. I don't fully blame nobody. I blame just the people who want to see what's going on, okay? But we're going to watch a couple of things real quick, and then I'm going to end it because I want to be able to pull stuff from social media, watch the SWV thing so I can come live to y'all tomorrow and go to bed, get some rest. But I was like, Jesus, please let it be a fest. I was also going to go live earlier. I was going to leave work earlier, but I was like, no, girls, do it at 9 and then do Escape with them tomorrow. Okay, but I hope everybody had a great Monday, okay, in one way or the other, because these fools is fooling, okay? So, again, that's why I was like, I'm going to have a separate live. I don't want to discuss any of the SWV stuff because I just want to keep it separate because if not, we're going to be on here all night and I ain't got time. We can discuss that tomorrow, okay? But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and okay. Do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on the Twitter, and also on TikTok. And like the video, comment on the video, share the video, the regular stuff. Okay, I'm also in the process of taking my braids down. So if y'all happen to see some hair poking out, it's because the back of my hair is halfway down and the front is up. Okay, but I am here. Hi, how y'all doing? Okay, so you see this? If you see this right here, that's the clip because I took down some of my hair. So by the end of this week, I hope my hair will be fully down. Because honey, it takes time. So I take it down in like 2 rows at a time during the week. Okay. Anyway, girl, I'm trying to get myself together. It's been a long day. Okay. But hi to the people who are here so far. Thank you for being here. You can be anywhere in the world but working with me. Thank you so much and stuff. Okay. Hey to y'all. Hey to the hand pink waving. Okay. Hi. 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 Hello to everyone. And I know Bishop Robbery's interview with the grill came out. I'm kind of mad because I gotta see if I can repost it and have a watch. I don't want to have a watch along Bishop Robbery stuff and then they flag it because it was from whatever. So I'm gonna probably have to download it, upload it to see if it gets flagged or not, and then possibly we may have a watch along sometime tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Okay, but hi to the people. I fully blame the people that's involved in it. They are all keeping it going. Well, I hear that, Angela, and I feel like so many people. So this is gonna be an open conversation, okay? Because we have Ken because we this morning when I woke up and saw that Tamar had went live on her IG and she gave her side of things and what happened in her opinion and how she felt things went. So many people are split. Because some people don't like Tamar. Some people don't like Kandi. Some people don't like nobody. They just like to troll. And I like both Kandi and Tamar. I like to call both of them out when they on BS. That's also why I wanted to have one conversation about Kandi and Tamar and Tamar's fiance and Jason Lee. And then tomorrow we can have a conversation about Escape and SWV. Because it's really two different situations, and I feel like some people want to combine the two and say, see, because Kandi, is at odds, not even Kandi, because Escape and SWV are fussing online because it's really Kandi and Tiny. Tamika ain't said much. We know Tasha ain't gonna say nothing because she don't care about Escape no more right now. But because it's two different situations, I want to keep them separate because it's two different things. So we not discussing nothing SWV related today. I had to cut up these lives, honey, which was hard because Kandi was saying all kinds of stuff. But there's a reason in this Kandi Tamar debacle. There's a reason as to why I blame Tamar for making it a debacle. Not that I blame Tamar for anything besides making it a debacle. I just blame her a bit more than Kandi. And I think people are conflating issues, and that's what I don't get, okay? But hey, to the people popping in. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know how YouTube be, and it take time for y'all to know we here, okay? But we here. So I'm trying to just, and then be for a little minute, for a little 10. But for me, I feel like, this is how I feel in general. If we was cool, or we wasn't cool. If we weren't cool, well, whatever, we had whatever issues, whatever, and we made up on Big Brother, but I still feel like you said something I didn't like, and I hold you accountable, and I don't really rock with you. I don't see issue. Hey, that's my, okay. I feel like you can't say stuff about people on your show, on your radio show, on your YouTube, on your TikTok, on your IG, on your Twitter, okay, wherever you may be. And then when they see it and they don't like it and they feel like I don't fuck with you. And so because of that reason, they say, all right, when I see him in person, don't come speak to me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know you. Hey, Shell. I feel like ain't nothing wrong with that. And I also feel like when Tamar went on her live back in December saying somebody around here, hey, I just got done watching your live this morning. Really? I hope all y'all have already watched the live from this morning. Okay, it was an impromptu. Hey, I gotta go live real quick because I'm at work all day. If I'm up early enough and I see stuff and I have time to go live from like 11 to 12, I'll do that. But I was pushing it this. Yeah, man. I forgot what I was saying. My point is, I feel like Tamar is pushing the boundary of victim and villain. Because when Tamar posted back in December a very disguised post, meaning she never told us who it was, saying that a Peach told her husband, try to fight you or try to attack you, it's very, very vague because there's a lot of people who've held a Peach, and she didn't say anything that insinuated that it was Kandi. People thought it was Drew. They thought it could have been Eva. I don't think anybody ever guessed Kandi or Todd. So, fast forward to last night and her, and let's be clear. Tamar did answer a question. I get that. Bravo was messy for that question. Even though they just wanted to know who it was, I also feel like Bravo did not know it was Kandi. I do think had they known, they may not have asked. I hate that bad. I think, they just didn't think, they didn't know who it was. People wanted to know. Whatever. I still feel like how Tamar answered the question, I still feel like how we have seen it, because last night was one thing of hers. The last night, she said, I left the situation alone, but fact is Kandi and Todd wanted to fight me. Again, that's what she said on Twitter last night. They wanted to fight me. Period. There was witnesses, and JR came to the next show to check Todd, and she nor he won't address it, because how do you defend that? Facts, whatever. When someone still say, hey, you gotta stop falling for these traps. Because in true fashion, when you are a journalist, or when you are well versed in media training and how to answer questions, there was a way for her to answer that question without making it be a mess, without making it be a messy situation. And her going on the defense again, I answer questions like everybody else does. I'm not scared of nobody or the truth. Okay, y'all don't want me to say nothing because that's not her narrative on TV. It's been months and she addresses everything and everyone. Why not this? I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. I want to say this as well. When people say stuff out loud, and then the fans and the Twitter trolls and the whoever's people on social media, when people on social media start to find their opinion, and I'm guessing folks, because even I said, oh Lord, now Kandi, I'm going to speak on it. And that was the thing, as if Tamar scared, but I'm like, you waited all this time to say what it was, and you then came out as if Kandi and Ty was trying to fight you. Kandi gonna say somebody. Okay? But Tamar, to me, is responding not based on what Kandi and Todd did. Because my thing was, if you were so pissed at Kandi and Todd, I would have had all this energy in December. I would have had all this energy in December when it happened. In my opinion, to have all this energy now, it's like, so you mad at Kandi? Now? Okay. Anyway, and I'm like, no one who mattered said you were scared of Kandi. If the trolls and social media fools is telling you, Tamar grown ass Braxton, that you're scared of Kandi grown ass Burris Tucker, why do you care if you're not scared? Again, sometimes we have to learn anybody who works in a space to where random people you do and don't know comment to you, you have to know when not to engage. I swear to God, so many times when I post on my IG, I have to remember some people not really talking to me. They talking to me. But I have to remember to not personally respond to what they're saying about my opinion on whatever's going on. So I actively do not respond and fuss and argue with people who like to disagree with me. You can have your disagreement. You can say whatever you want to say. Don't disrespect me. But we have to learn to not respond, to not engage, to move past it. Otherwise, you will always be fussing with somebody online. And I love my JayBirds. And I really do wish I could actively respond to every comment, good or bad. I just choose not to not have any discourse, or also not to make one JayBird feel like, well, damn, she applied to her, but not me. So, you know what I'm saying? I try my best to not, and every once in a while I reply and say, hey, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep a real tone. I'm like, y'all talk to me here. You know what I'm saying? But Tamar, in my opinion, was around here responding to people on social media, not to Kandi, not to Todd. Because Kandi nor Todd has said anything. So again, that's that childish ego that people have. And by people, I mean Tamar. Okay, so let me look at some comments. I told y'all it's a conversation, and I can kind of take more time talking to y'all. Okay, let's see. Interesting. Hey, Cleopatra. Interesting that Tamar got all the tea right when her single is out. Change. I have not listened to the song because when I first heard the beat, because it's a remake beat. Because somebody put in the comment section, what beat is that song from? So when I first heard it, I went to the song that it is. And so I have not went and fully listened to the song all the way. I do feel like when you have something new going on, you should not want to bring in no drama. You have a show that some folks don't want to watch, a single that we hope you can sing, okay, and a new man who we hope don't leave you or you leave him, okay, or he don't have no other baby mamas. So you have a lot going on. Why cause more of a ruckus? But some folks, people, feel like, hey, any press is good press. I also feel like Tamar don't have a real team behind her. My team is my mama. Okay, and my mama, if she in the chat still, she'll tell y'all sometimes I be wanting to go off. There's been so many times where things have happened, just in general. Okay, and I wanted to scorch earth. You hear me? I wanted to scorch earth, but I'm a changed person. I'm more adult now. I don't have to go off real fast and whatnot. And my mom like, Jaylee, just calm down. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. And in the moment of me being pissed off, I'll be upset with my mom. Like, mama, no. If I'm burning the place down, you burn it down with me, okay? And she'll listen to me and say, okay. And I know my mama support me 1,000 times, 1,000,000%. But she still is the calm in my storm. Tamar don't have no real team behind her that can be her calm in the storm. Because when you are just fuming because you feel like people is fucking playing with you and your brand and your name and how you are as a person or what they put you through, you want to scorch the earth. But at the end of the day, what's more important is not bringing the drama that comes with scorching earth. And if I was someone with a whole new single, a whole new show, and a whole new man, the last thing I would be doing is trying to beef with Kandi, keep it back, Burris. I'm just the last thing I would want to do would have beef with anybody, because I don't want to bring no negativity in my new year, of my new journey, of my new life. But Tamar, who says she's changed, I changed, she hasn't. She may not be as petty as she used to be, because she don't have no show that come on regularly. Because truth be told, she can't be on season 2 of Queen's Court unless her old boy break up. So right now, go ahead and sing, Tamar. Go ahead and sing. And defend yourself, Tamar. Defend yourself. But also know when to not allow the devil to come knock on your door, and you follow right on along beside him. Yeah, devil, let you get me in some negative drama. Because then no one's conversation is about your single. It's about you being messy. Okay, hence why we here. Okay? Tamar, being a journalist, knows she could have not answered that question on what would have live, keep it cute. She wanted drama. Tamar is not a journalist. Tamar for sure is a commenter on social media things or whatever. Tamar has not had the background in media to consider herself to be a journalist. If she had, as Adrian said, she would have not answered it. Robin Roberts, Gayle King, Oprah, Barbara Walters, hell, Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? People who know how these things go would never answer a question in such a messy way. And even if your answer in the heat of the moment, was whatever, your energy on social media is what was messier than you on the show. The whole, I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. I was like, you see her there? You know, I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. To me, that's you already causing beef, because again, my issue. Because it's Tamar. Because let me know in the chat if y'all do y'all want to rewatch? Hey, Karla, I see you on here, but I can't see you because I ain't got your comment yet. But I can see on my phone. Hey, that's my. When I get your name, I'm gonna do that too. But I'm saying, we can possibly rewatch Tamar's live if y'all want to. If not, we'll go over the candies. But my point is, Tamar could have easily let what she said last night just be and not be on social media going further. Because Tamar's point was when she said Kandi came up to her pitch because Kandi felt like Tamar called her a liar in regard to Carlos King stealing Escape's story. So she have an issue with folks calling her a liar. So you're going to go on social media and say, I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. Again, it's messy. That's when somebody likes to be messy. Tamar's always been messy, and she has, but I felt like she could have possibly grew the fuck up and not been messy. You hear me? We all know this is I know this is Tracy. Even spoke about I feel like everyone has spoken about Tamar's messiness. And I'm not saying that Tamar does not have the right to speak up for herself. It's all how you do things when you are in business. When you are an adult. When you're 40 years old with your own kid and you've lived life. You've been married and divorced and all. You have enough life experiences to know when not to be messy. Tamar defected her fiance. Her fiance, baby mama, came out and see this out of the back panel, pussy pop. Okay, because in her life she didn't address that at all. And it's some bullshit. Tamar, a professional grudge holder. I agree. I also feel like she is mad that people feel like either she did something to that baby mama, her being with that man with 5 kids and 4 baby mamas, that he had 2 of them kids in 2019. Okay, he was out here doing things. My mantra is I refuse to give energy to anyone who is committed to misunderstanding me. I agree. I am too. You know, I've said a long time. You know, when people when I feel like you are just going to twist what I say and not hear me and not want to have a conversation, and you're just okay with misunderstanding anyone's intentions, anyone's actions, or whatever. Yeah, get away from me. Get out my face. Leave me be. You know what I'm saying? Um, and with that, it don't even have to be any negative feeling. We don't rock. That's it. I wish you the best. I won't speak on you. Don't speak on me. Let's move forward. And I feel like that could have been what happened with Tamar and Kandi if the issue was you said shit on this nation. I didn't like it. We fussed about it. I don't rock with you. Leave it be. Leave it be. You know, go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. I got it. I'm doing comment. All exposure is good exposure, but that's not true. It really isn't, because think of all the exposure Tamar negativity has had on her and how people still see her now. People remember what you make them remember. When I was on live last week and I brought up how I used to be, you know what I'm saying, being a little bit crazy, man. No one was like, what? Jaylee, yes. In my past, in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I've also said if social media was out when I was 20, oh Lord Jesus, it'd be a whole different Jaylee. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I grew up in an era where social media was not so present. So people who think all exposure is good exposure is really not true, because you expose people to a perception of you, and that can be in the worst light. And if all anyone remembers is your worst moments, what does that say about you? There's a reason Tamar has only grown so far. It's the reason Tamar gets to these points of blaming producers and shows and people's wrong perception of her, because she has exposed people to her worst moments, and she's reveled in the attention she got when she had those moments. And now 10 years later, she's surprised people see her for who she showed herself to be, because she felt like all this exposure is still good, but it isn't, because now people don't believe you when you say that somebody tried to fight you. You know? And yeah, my mom and Karla know too. You know, I'm a reactor. If Karla called me right now, it is 9:44. If Karla called me right now because somebody did something and she's somewhere, where you at? I'm ending the live and I'm on the motherfucking way. I'm a reactor. Sometimes I have the ability to not react, only when it's not something that is like physically happening to people. Because I have conversations with my mom, with Karla, with my sister. I have conversations too, and we're able to talk about whatever. But I'm a reactor. And they both have had to calm me down. I mean, when I'm on the phone crying, pissed about something, because when I'm pissed off, I cry. If I'm angry, I'm crying because I want to punch a wall. I want to punch people. I can't punch people. Okay, and it's me calm. It's them having a girl. This is okay. It's okay. They will tell me when I'm right. They'll tell me when I'm wrong. But what they mostly tell me is you do not have to show the world how pissed you are. And if push comes to shove, please believe Karla will be right there with you. And my mama. Like, don't play. I don't play. About this one here, I don't play. About this one here, I don't play. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't think about stuff. Is she on? Yes, Tamar is now on dictation permanently. Her and the other girl, Jessie Woo, they're both on there permanently. Okay, but because I got off on a little tangent. My point is Tamar. Lord Jesus. Yeah. Look, y'all think Tamar is her at look. 20-year-old Jaylee had a chip on her shoulder and would just knock anybody's chip off their shoulder. They ain't got you fucking with me, okay? Don't look at me wrong. I'm gonna knock a chip off your shoulder. Get the fuck on somewhere. Okay, I was a reactor, and I appreciate that I have learned and grown so much that I know when. Is he Tracy? I know when to not react. Come on. I know when. Is he doing church? Tracy, let me know if he doing church. If he doing church stuff, I'm not gonna record because church stuff, he playing some church music right now. So if somebody can let me know if it's church music, because once let me record it. Let's put my battery on. This battery's too low. If it's not church music, let me know and I'll start recording in a second. And I'll just pop in the other room. But I've learned how to not let people push my button. I've learned when not to cuss a motherfucker out. I've learned to not let other people pull me out my square. And Tamar ain't learned that. Okay, but I'm tapping. Yeah, he playing some praise and worship stuff. So I'm looking like I ain't got time for praise and worship. I do it in my life. I do, but I don't believe Bishop Robert is someone I want my spirit. So he doing praise. I just leave it be. I can't do that. Somebody get K Michelle on the line. We gonna get into that too, because something that Tamar did that pissed me off. Somebody called K Michelle, but Tamar issue will always be. She don't have no good team behind her. She don't have for a Mama Lee, a Karla Pace fight. She don't have any of that. She don't have no hymns. She don't have no sisters. Okay, well, she does. But I'm saying she don't have anyone that can reel her in and say, Tamar, this ain't smart. Tamar, don't do that. Tamar, let it go. Let it go, Tamar. Let it go. And she don't let stuff go. Reacting though is different than what Tamar is doing. It seems like it would make sense for you to pop off. Look, it takes a lot to piss me off to a point of me going off to people. And for my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Tamar seems to think that she can just say whatever, she can do whatever. It don't really matter what she say, as long as she said, "Well, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." It don't matter. It does not matter that you didn't mean it. What matters is that you did it. That's what matters. And just based off her post from yesterday, because she was on Watch What Happens, and I didn't see it at first. I think maybe Tracy. Then Tracy DM'd me. I think it was Tracy. Like Tamar just said, it was Kandi and Todd. I was like, the fuck, what? And I had to try to find the Watch What Happened live clip because everybody was running with it, but I hadn't seen it. And I'm like, did she say that for real? And sure enough, she had said that. She then doubled down with her post. And then that was all last night. And to get up today and like, oh, she did a whole live? Okay. A whole live. And the fact that in her live, you know what? Because y'all were here this morning. We're gonna watch Tamar's live. I know we just watched it this morning. Okay, I know. But I feel like, I want to have everything in one live, okay, just so that we can, be on one accord, so no one can, not know the whole thing for the whole thing being the whole thing. So let me see if Bishop Robert,
lift your hands,
and he's still praying to Jesus or whoever he served. So leave that be. And I want to make sure when anyone comes back to watch this video, they can get the whole story. You know what I'm saying? So even if you watched the live this morning, we're finna watch it again. Okay, we still won't be on here any longer than usual. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay, and where I agree, Nikki, starting off with I'm sorry if it isn't, if it's not a real apology. And I also feel like Tamar rarely believes in her apologies because she gives them so willy-nilly, so willy-nilliness, so willy-nilliness that she's saying it because it sounds good. Because if you was really upset or if you're really sorry for what you said that offended someone, you would not be mad at them now for them being offended. You know what I'm saying? At all. You would, girl, these braids is 2 months. These braids is coming out. I told y'all I'm taking my braids out, so I got the back taken out. These braids, honey, been in since February 4th, and I use on keeping this long, and they is coming out. So by the end of the week, I will have my hair down, and I won't get braids back in until probably May. But thank you, I love them too. But I want to scratch the middle of my scalp. Thank you, Britt. I try my best to see everything all the time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. But let's get to Tamar, and I'm not gonna interrupt too much because you know what I'm saying. I said a lot this morning.
I look very interesting. Why you ain't tell me that? I look a mess.
Babe, you look great. I don't know what to talk about.
I look sleep. Oh, fuck with my earring. I don't know where nothing is. Listen, good morning, everyone. I am just leaving. We're getting back from our birthday vacation. It was like 2.5 days, but I'm grateful for it. I have to be on set in about 2 hours. I look really bad. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, right. First of all, there's a couple things I wanted to address. Number one, thank you guys so much for supporting Changed and St. Tamar's Day. Hey, Cora. I love y'all so much. But obviously, I want to address, what's really going on in the press because, I feel like I've worked really hard on myself. And I can't help if somebody asks me a question, and I can't help the chains of events that actually really honestly truly happened. Now, this really all started, okay, everybody knows that I'm on Dish Nation now, right? And this really all started from a YouTube that Kandi put out about whatever the issues they had with Carlos King. And I was asked about it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not like these other reality people. Like, I'm a real bona fide 5-time Emmy nominated journalist.
I'm still waiting for the receipts on that. I'm still waiting for someone to tell me what school Tamar went to for journalism. I'm still waiting for them to tell me at what point did she become the journalist. That part I don't know. That part I'm still confused on. That part seems a little bit weird. That part seemed like a lie. That part seemed like a stretch. Okay? Girl. So I don't know where that came from. A 5-time Emmy nominated journalist. I was like, ma'am, how? Now I can go to Google real quick and say, hey Google, how many Emmys? How many Emmys was Tamar Braxton nominated for? And let's see what they're gonna say. Did Tamar win an Emmy? All it say She served as co-host on a Fox syndicated show from 2013 to 2016. That's it. And it received 2 Daytime Emmy nominations. That's it. That's it. And Google know a lot now. It may not know everything. I'm just saying. So when she said she's a 5-time nominated journalist for Grammys, I said, on whose earth? On God's earth? On God's
earth? Difference. So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or calling someone else a liar without knowing the legitimate facts.
Are you sure, Tamar? Now, let me see. Because Tamar is making up stuff. Because on the Dish Nation, I don't want to share because y'all know YouTube be funny. But when she was on Dish Nation, talking about stuff, it's on my phone. Talking about stuff, Tamar was the one who said, I don't believe that's how it happened. Saying, I don't believe that's how something happened is the equivalent of calling someone a liar.
That's where I'm standing with that. I wasn't on no, you're not my friend. I don't want to side with you. It wasn't nothing being messy, but my responsibility for my job and my integrity just lied in that. Or else I just would have said, oh, she lied. But really what I did say is I wanted to hear both sides of the story.
No, ma'am. No, man. Girl, you know what? Let me go to my page because I posted it on my YouTube. And we're going to hope that, it don't get, I don't think it'll get flagged. That it don't. If it do, I'll remove it later on. But I posted it on my thing. Okay? Posted it on my thing. Wait, let me pause it. Hold on, y'all. Pause. I'm gonna play it, y'all, and I want y'all to see.
Messy boo. Messy boo.
Messy boo. But
I just find it odd that you can steal the rights of the lives of people that are still alive. We saw recently with the Mike Tyson joint on Hulu, which is great, by the way. I hate that he doesn't support it, but you got to do things right when these people are alive and you telling their story.
Which is why I don't agree with her calling him a thief.
Which is why I don't agree with her calling him a thief.
You know what I mean? I think that's a little, off the deep end.
What would you do if somebody tried to do
You know what I mean? I think that's a little, off the deep end.
So you really don't want nobody telling your own story. Right. But at the end of the day, I just feel like they're all the time unauthorized, versions of people's lives. And it's just a part of being an entertainer.
Yeah. It is a little shady to call her mom up and act like you're going to do an interview about all these groups in the 90s and just to try to dig up information on her group. That is a little... You got to watch out for reality TV producers.
Yeah, that's shady, baby. But something in the milk ain't clean. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced that that's what it is.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not like these other reality people. I'm a real bona fide 5-time Emmy-nominated journalist. Difference. So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or calling someone else a liar without knowing the legitimate facts.
That's shady, baby. But something in the milk ain't clean. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced that that's what it is.
So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or calling someone else a liar.
All I'm saying, I ain't saying much more than that's calling somebody a liar, in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, but in my opinion, saying that's going too far, that's doing too much, I don't believe that's what happened. You may not have said she lying, but that's calling somebody. Look, y'all don't play dictionary with me.
Something in the milk ain't clean. Just trying to deflect from just outright calling somebody a liar. Because number one, I don't know. Number two, I don't care. Number three has nothing to do with me.
Okay, but you around here now, Karen.
Okay. Cool. That happened. You know, I put up a clip promoting the show from my point of view in my story, not addressing anybody, not taking sides on nothing, because I really don't care. It really doesn't have anything else to do with me. Okay? So, weeks go by, 4 or 5 weeks go by, and we all have a concert together. And I'm leaving my dressing room to go to my dancer's dressing room to bring them their new clothes, and I see Kandi in the hallway. And I'm like, hey, boo, and I give her a hug, you know, whatever, and she just look at me and she's like, I ain't fucking with you. And I'm like, what? I'm thinking she's kidding. Like, I'm for real thinking she's kidding. And she's like, I ain't fucking with you. I'm like, what happened? She like, oh, well, you said that shit you said about Carlos King was foul. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I honestly, truly forgot about it, right?
Forgetting what you said about someone don't make you innocent. Not addressing why you said it don't make you. I swear, I have in my notes, because I write notes to myself, and I was like, there are so many people I have said stuff about on my channel, like Candace from Potomac. I'm like, I would love to just talk to her and say to her the reasons why I felt how I felt, because I now feel a bit differently. So I wrote a note like, okay, I'm going to start doing little shorts on my channel. And it's gonna be called Message to a Housewife. Just explaining why I said stuff in the past that they probably didn't like. But this is why I said it. And I'm sorry now. I can apologize. Not apologize. I can explain why I said it and why I felt how I felt. I put already Candace, I did Giselle, Austin Robin, okay? But I feel like Tamar be doing and saying stuff and just forgetting. And I know who I talk shit about. Not talk shit. I know who I have an opinion on these shows. If they had smoke for me, I would understand. I would say, well, I can't believe you. I would say, you know what? I did. I said that. I did. Let me tell you why. And if you are offended, I understand. You have every right to be pissed at me. But I can't be pissed at them for being pissed at me for what I said. Even if it was only my opinion. But her saying, well, I didn't, I said it. But you said it, though. And it offended somebody. The same way you was upset when K. Michelle called you a Muppet. When K. Michelle called you a Muppet, and everybody on social media was calling you a Muppet because she called you a Muppet, you were upset and crying on the reel because someone said something about you that you did not like and it made you upset. Just saying.
And I'm like, listen, I didn't mean no harm. I wasn't trying to, go against you or nothing like that. It's, just what I just explained to y'all. Like, I just feel like my responsibility is a little bit different. I ain't trying to call nobody publicly a liar when I don't know the whole story. I'm not comfortable with it. And she was like, nah. You said. And I'm like, sis, listen, if I offended you, I am so sorry. Like,
And look, not on Beyonce's internet, not on our good Lord and Savior's earth, do I believe that someone came up to Tamar, because as she is saying, I can only go by what Tamar's saying. Tamar can't convince me that someone came, I don't care if it's Kandi, that someone came up to her random raving and upset, and she was just calm. You got, girl, that ain't you. It ain't. And based on how we see you now, you amp now, and you ain't said shit to Kandi. You amp now, and Kandi ain't said shit to you. So you mean to tell me that when Kandi was in your face, you was able to hold your composure and be the voice of reason? Okay.
Like, I wasn't coming from that. I thought, man, you made up at Big Brother. I wasn't coming for you. It's nothing like that. I really, truly, humbly apologize. And plus, I sent her a DM, and I sent you a DM when your fans was coming to my page. This was a while ago, and I was just trying to let you know that, I wasn't trying to be, malicious or nothing like that.
And I said earlier today, I said earlier today, hey, you can't come to somebody's public platform and say things publicly and want to apologize privately. They always say the apology should be just as public as the foolery. So don't be on social media, don't be on the Dish Network or whatever. I'm sorry, Dish Nation, coming at me, but want to come at me in my DM. My bad, girl, I wasn't coming for you. Sorry. In the DM. No, go on your page and say that. Do that. So coming to me in my DM make me more mad because I'm looking like you trying to play me in public. Okay.
Nah. But you said, and you did, and then you double down and put it in your story. I said, listen, Kandi, I'm not trying to go there with you. You know, we in the middle of this hallway, and now by this time people swarming around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we ladies, we shouldn't be doing this. We can go in my dressing room. Yeah, before I take it to the next level. Now, everybody know, I ain't really here for that. You know what I'm saying?
So I need someone, either Kandi or Tamar, to let me know why would Kandi be getting so turned up if Tamar ain't responding? Why would Kandi go from just being upset with you and letting you know I don't fuck with you because of what you did? So Kandi then said, I want to fight you. We've seen Kandi upset before, and the time she's wanted to fight someone was because they was coming at her and they was fussing back and forth. Because as we know, Tamar said she went up to Kandi. Kandi did not come up to her. Todd did not come up to Tamar. Went up to Kandi, and Kandi said, girl, I don't fuck with you. Why? What happened? And Kandi further explained why she don't fuck with her. And again, I told y'all this morning, I 100% believe that when Tamar went up to Kandi, as she said she did, that Kandi said, I don't fuck with you. I believe it. I 100% believe it. I also believe that when she said, why, Kandi, because of that bullshit, I can see all that happening. What I do not see happening is Kandi getting more and more upset while Tamar is trying to be the de-escalator. I do see Kandi getting upset because she's fussing and arguing with Tamar. It's like, that's the part, that's my point. I fully can see Kandi, I don't fuck with you, and this is why. I see Tamar being defensive and fussing back. Period. But to make it seem as if I was this calm person, I wasn't saying shit, and she kept getting more and more mad, and then she said she want to fight me. I was like, now what she said was that Kandi said, right, before I take it to the next level. And she responded, oh, what, you want to fight me? Well, yeah. So again, what happened in between all of that?
And I'm cool and I'm safe.
Oh, thank you, girl. Is it Janaea? I'm thinking of Janaea. I believe all of this happened, but I also feel like she put 20 on 10. And to me, what Ty said doesn't seem like a threat at all. At all, Miss Jennings. At all. Foolishness.
But I do know how to whip ass. And I don't do that because I don't condone violence at all, right? And I'm like, well, what's the name of the level you want to take it to? Like, what, you want to fight? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You said, he did steal from us. Right?
Again, first of all, I ain't never seen Kandi do that. I seen Tamar do that. I ain't never seen Kandi do that. And what it seemed like she's saying is Kandi was saying, Carlos did do this, that, and the other. Because you were probably saying to her, well, I don't think you did that. That was the argument. That you said something on social media, on this nation. Kandi didn't like it. Told you she didn't like it. And y'all were fussing and arguing because you probably kept saying, well, I don't believe he did that. I don't believe that part. But that's what I think happened. And that could be why they kept fussing. But can't nobody besides God himself come tap me on the shoulder and say, my child, Jaylee Olivia, Tamar's right. Kandi did all that she said. Todd probably jump in. God would have to come tell me that Tamar is being 100% honest and truthful about this. That she didn't do nothing. She didn't fuss back. She didn't argue. All she did was stand there and say, I'm so sorry, Kandi. I am so sorry. So sorry. I can't believe it.
And I'm like, she is really serious right now. I'm like, all right, like, don't do that. First of all, I'm from Baltimore. We're not going to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm telling her again, it's my 4th time apologizing. I am so sorry if this offended you, right? I wasn't trying to be malicious towards you. And I'm saying this again. This is an all way. I'm saying this again.
I wasn't trying to be malicious by what I said, but I said what I said. I wasn't trying to offend you, but I feel like Carlos don't need to steal. Is what I think the conversation was. Because we see she know what Kandi was saying, but all she know that she said was, I'm sorry, baby. I love you. I'm sorry, baby. I would never lie to you. I'm sorry, baby. That's all Tamar said was, I'm sorry. Okay.
Nah. I mean, bucking. And I'm like, and I get to the point where I'm like, look, dog, this is not Atlanta Housewives. I'm not getting paid to sit up here and argue with you like this. I'm about to go sing everybody on this bill under the table. I can't argue with you.
So she went from I'm sorry's to, nah, dog, I'm finna go. She went from I'm sorry's and I ain't to, girl, I don't get paid to argue with you. Okay.
Right now, like, I finna do all that. And then, I am trying to completely de-escalate the situation. It's getting bobs and cackling and cacklings. And, like, then Toddina comes out and, like,
again, calling Todd a female, Toddina. Now, when people call first, let me stop, because when people get on Junior, when they go your white man with that weird haircut and all them kids and baby mamas and rumors and K. Michelle hear about what happened and call you a Muppet again, don't get upset.
he comes and get her and he says something to her and then he looks at me in my face. Y'all can believe this shit or not. Nigga look at me in my face and go, you know what it is.
I believe 100% that Todd came and got Kandi. Babe, she ain't worth it. Babe, stop. Babe, stop. All right. And he turned to Tamar, who, in my opinion, was probably still talking to Kandi, not to Todd, but to Kandi. I believe Todd looked at her and was like, you know what it is. We don't fuck with you. I can hear Todd saying it. I can see Todd coming to get Kandi, getting in between them, because Kandi has already admitted it was an argument. I can see Todd walking over there, babe. That's how you talk to her, babe. Come on. She ain't worth it. Babe, let's go. I can see him also saying to Tamar, you know what it is. What I don't see, in my opinion, is that being a threat to physically harm Tamar. I do not see that. I do not see that as the threat that she made it out to be. Because Tamar fully had us believing that because her post, and I wish I could have, the post she made in December on IG was that a housewife, a peach holder, and her husband tried to fight me, is what she said. Todd saying to her, you know what it is not Todd trying to fight her. That's not Todd trying to accost her physically. It isn't. Now, had she said Todd stood there and cussed her ass out in an aggressive manner and said, okay, cool. But that ain't what you said to him. By your own admission, Todd walked up, got his wife, looked at you, who they don't fuck with, because we also have to remember Todd and Carlos were in business together on Hollywood Divas and on R&B Divas. And Todd and Carlos fell out. That's why we no longer have those shows anymore. So there's also a history of them, of Todd and Carlos. So I'm sure Todd feel how Kandi feel. We don't fuck with you. Had Tamar said Todd did whatever else, I would say, girl, Todd, what you do? Kandi would have to address it. But by Tamar's own admittance and what she said happened, Todd said to her, you know what it is. And I know what that means. When a husband come get the wife and the wife has been telling you, I don't fuck with you. And he come, you know what it is? We don't fuck with you. Let's go. She did not say Todd said anything more than that. And when we get into what her man posted on social media, we're gonna come back to that comment. But let's keep listening.
Oh, what? Now this is a dude. I don't care. Listen, y'all don't see me grow up on the Braxtons. Y'all don't see me go at it with my sisters. Y'all don't see me, kind of like sporadically go at it with Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the truth is, in real life, I'm really a peaceful person. You know what I mean? And I like to have fun, and I laugh and play jokes all the time.
That's great, Tamar. But guess what you never do? You never show that. I said earlier on in the live in the beginning, people who think that all press is good press is foolish, because people will remember you for what you've done, what you said, and what you've shown them. And all Tamar has shown us is for her to be loud, messy, childish, stubborn, and she don't listen to nobody. That does not mean that she has never had chance. There's never been times where she was wrong. Tamar has been wrong in life over time. I'm not saying that she's always the villain. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is she's shown enough of herself for us to know, Tamar, you also be on some bullshit. And whenever there's peace to be had, you were rarely the person trying to cause the peace. And if you show people 10 years of messy shit and then one show of playful shit, we don't get that playfulness right now. You can't be a murderer for 5 years and then want to be a goddamn daycare worker. That ain't how I go. You can't. You can't. You can't. That ain't how it works. You have to put in the work to show yourself to be changed and to be a better person. That's why nobody on my lives, no JayBird who's been watching me since my first day at the goddamn on YouTube, and my 6 years will be next month. But no one who watched me ever believed you used to do what? I used to smoke cigarettes, get drunk, smoke weed, have fun, steal my mama's car. Well, I would borrow all the family members' cars. Not steal it. I brought it back. I would borrow all that car without their times. There was a lot I used to do in my teens and 20s that only the people in my real life know about young JayLeesha. But I made sure that I've grown up, and 41-year-old JayLee would never be that because I grew up. I changed. I'm a completely different. I'm so chill now. I used to be out clubbing and partying. No, I go to work. I go home. I'm to myself. Tamar has not shown us any change. Tamar would get into some bullshit say, I'm going to change. I've changed. She'll go away for a while, about 6 months. She'll come back, have a new a new song or a new something. And then sooner or later, here come the bullshit. Anyway.
And so the thing is with me is that me and Kandi or me and another female can argue all day long. But when it comes to dudes in another woman's face to physically threaten them and harm them, that's when the line is drawn.
Again, to physically harm and threaten me, because Todd said, you know what it is.
That's when it's like, oh, it's not about her perception on TV. It's not about, you know, where we had known her to be on her reality life years ago. Because remember, I ain't been on reality TV for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, okay, I get it. But it's no reason for a man to ever step to a woman.
He didn't step to you. You said that Todd walked up to get Kandi. You said that, Tamar. You said Toddisha walked up and got his wife and then turned to me and said, so Todd didn't walk up on you. Kandi, her husband was by her side. Your fiance wasn't by yours. You said he came to get Kandi. So did he come to get Kandi, or did he walk up in a costume? Let me know.
Period.
And this again is in no way in defense of men coming at women. Before you, why you gonna try to support? That ain't what I'm saying. Tamar and her own admittance is proving Todd did not come up to her. So y'all know I don't feel at any point in time that it's never okay for men to get aggressive with women. We've had this conversation before. So anyone who says, well, you up here supporting Todd, and I don't believe Todd accosted that lady. I think she is running with a narrative because of how she is.
And the fact is, that is what happened. And the other fact is, I wasn't trying to bring nothing up, but, you know, now that I'm on, you know, Peacock and Bravo, I went to Andy's show, he's a good friend of mine. We cool. You know what I mean? He asked me about it because one of the fans asked me about it. And I wasn't trying to bring it up, and I wasn't trying to bring no drama my way because I am not on that. So it's like, I answered the question, I tried to deflect from it, and...
No, you didn't. Deflecting would have been, I don't know who, this would have been deflecting. Deflecting would have been, you know what, at this point, it don't even matter who it was, because me and that person don't talk at all anymore, so it's fine. That's deflecting. That's how media training allows people to answer questions that they don't want to answer. It's next question. Next question. Buy my album, my song, stream the TV show, buy my wig, buy my man, or whatever. That's how you can bypass whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Tamar, in my opinion, I don't think in the moment on What Happens Live that she was trying to be messy. I'll give her that. I think that once she got on social media and was tweeting, okay, and saying how Kandi and Todd won't address it because they can't defend his actions. And on Twitter, she's making it seem as if Todd did a whole bunch. But in her video, she's saying Todd said something. Okay. On her Twitter, she's saying they can both speak on it and lie. And how no one said nothing because that's not their narrative. Who was no one? So who else knew that didn't say anything? Because Kandi and Todd did not have to bring it up. When you posted about it, you did not say who it was. So why didn't you say who it was if you did not want to defend Todd's actions? Because in my opinion, it wasn't as bad as she's making it seem now. And Tamar, Kandi would not have to have brought it up then because you did not say it was her. And plus, Kandi, I would not have said shit either if I feel like My husband didn't do shit. You didn't say my name, and you deleted it after posting it. It wasn't up that long. And if you recall, I'm trying to think I'm sure somebody posted it. When she posted it, I think I said then, I was like, I hate when people make posts on their stories and they do it in a font that's so little or so hard to read that you can't even really read what it say, because you have to screenshot it, pause it, and boom, boom, bam. Let me share my screen. I figured messy ass Hollywood Unlock would have it, because Jason Messy, we're gonna get on his ass next, because that's when he is. Okay. I don't have the best vision. I wear glasses. You know what I'm saying? I was threatened by Peach and they man. That's what she posted back then. But to me, I just felt like what is that? I can't even read that well. I can't read it that well. Now she had posted other stuff too, and I don't think that they posted everything she posted, but because they messy. If I can find what she posted then, I promise y'all I'm gonna show it. But she posted it and then took it down because she knew it was messy.
Here we are, but what I'm not going to stand for is people saying, what did I do for a man to ever step to me? Period. Why are you shaking your head?
Again, and Tamar is responding, that ain't what Kandi said. I always say people on social media be saying stuff, and then the celebrities will be around here and they'll be responding to what the random fans said. Not Kandi didn't say nothing about nothing about that. This is what Tamar posted back then. And I ain't saying she lying. All I'm saying is you posted it, deleted it. It's funny to me that no one said anything. Maybe because they don't want you to know who they really are. I feel like if I did what they did, they would have told the world. Why wait on? If somebody came and wanted to fight me, why would I wait for someone else to tell what happened to me? That's why I say Tamar on bullshit. And y'all, I like Tamar. I love her music, but Tamar be on bullshit. Saying no one else is telling on them people. Why didn't you tell Tamar it happened to you? It wasn't anyone else's job to tell your story. If Todd came up and tried to fight you, why didn't you say it? Why didn't your man say something? But because they don't want y'all to know how fucked up they are as people and city officials, they ain't said shit. It's beef, and it's a real beef because your husband stepped to me. Period. Merry Christmas. That's what she posted. None of that lets us know she meant Kandi. And again, if you felt like it should have been called out, don't be doing the shady subliminal post. Say Kandi and Todd stepped to me tonight and I don't like it. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it. But you didn't do that. You kept quiet. And now you're upset because you brought it up and people feel like, why are you bringing it up? What you mean? What happened? What happened? Again, Tamar be on bullshit.
You didn't do shit for no man to step to you. That was a coward move, and it shouldn't have happened. And I addressed it with him, and I spoke to him about it, and he immediately apologized. But an apology after the fact is bullshit.
Especially when I'm there defenseless. Because he wasn't, this is one of those trips where Troy wasn't there, JR wasn't there. Rob was there, James was there. But this was kind of one of those trips where we just kind of, we had back-to-back shows, and we just kind of got in and got out. You know what I'm saying? And normally, and I didn't even have security, because really Global Productions is Sam and them is real protective and family oriented. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't have a need. I'm not bothered backstage. These my family and my people. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't have a need to be extra behind the scene with security and people and all that stuff. It wasn't one of those trips. And then of course, I didn't even know I was walking into the lion's den.
You didn't walk into the lion's den. Because as you said, you went up to Kandi. Your post also said y'all got real beef. Okay, if you said if the last time I saw or heard from you, you were on social media saying it's real beef, bitch, I'm not talking to you. I think that Tamar be forgetting what she be Tamar be forgetting what she be saying. Because again, if in December you posted on your social media, okay, it's beef and it's real beef. Because your husband stepped to me, period. If that was the last thing you said to me, why would you come up to me? Hey, girl. Hey, Kandi. I'm sorry. I got confused. My point is, she's an editor. My point is now, if you, I got that all messed up. My point was, she posted this, okay? Why would you expect Kandi to go on social media and fall into your trap of discussing all this? Because you say y'all got beef, which means I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. You didn't say my name. I don't have to respond. It's my point. I'm sorry, y'all. I got confused. But that's just me. That's just me. That means you know we don't rock. So we both good. We see eye to eye. I don't think my husband did shit to you. And because you did not say my husband's name, I don't have to respond to you. I do think had she said, me and Tamar, had Tamar called out Todd and Kandi, they would have addressed it then. Just saying.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, I'm just gonna keep it gangster with y'all. I spoke about this shit on Big Brother. Y'all called me the victim. She's a victim then. And Tamar always starts to go back in the clips. They didn't age well. I said what I said. You know, the reason why we had beef in the first place was that was mean as fuck to me on tour. Very, very similar to how y'all see this SWV stuff panning out. My story, and I said this back thing on Big Brother, pull the receipts. There's very much a lot of egos going on. And I ain't trying to speak about a show that I don't even watch. And the reason why I can't watch it.
So boom, you gonna say that this is playing out, or your situation on the tour when you was on tour with Kandi is the same thing, but you haven't watched the show. If you haven't watched the show, how do you know how it's playing out? We haven't even seen Escape be mean to SWV. They've had one conversation that went left about who headlining, but up until recently, no one had any issue in how the two groups were coexisting. But you're saying I don't watch the show. Then how do you know?
Is because of the whole sister aspect. Like I go through it, you know, and I went through it publicly with my own sisters, and I don't want to see Tasha and Tamika going through that. I love them. You know what I'm saying? We've all been friends for a very long time. And so that's the only reason why I don't watch it, because it just triggers, you know, I don't want to see that. But go back and watch them clips. I'm not bullshitting. I don't have to get on a bandwagon of nobody. I would just ask the question because I was on Watch What Happens Live. And that's all. And that's it. I don't want no drama. Don't associate with me with no drama. You know, I said what I said that night because I was angry and it really happened. I wish I didn't even post about it on my story. But, you know, being defenseless and you a woman with a man will really send you, it will really send your emotions somewhere that we really don't have control over. You know what I'm saying? And I felt defenseless because I was by myself. So you can believe what you want. You gotta believe me. I don't really care. This is what happened. I really don't want to speak about it no more. You know, but I don't have a reason to come after nobody, and I don't want to fight with nobody but the devil, and that's where I'm staying with it. So that's
I don't want to fight with the devil.
That, and that's it. And happy birthday to me, because it's my birthday weekend. The other thing I really want to talk about this on my birthday weekend, I'll tell you we turned up. What's up? And that's it. Okay, so what's next? Let's talk about next. Change.
I can't remember. Did he already talk about? He talked to Todd? I can't remember. I think he did though. I can't remember.
Visual will be out soon. Very soon. Very excited about it. It's dope. Y'all gonna love it. What else? Oh, Queen's Court. I've been looking at y'all reviews. I love you too, friend. I've been looking at y'all reviews, and the truth is, it is one of the best dating reality shows, in my opinion. I've been saying this since another.
Okay, he did. Fine. I'm gonna cut it off because again, that was Tamar from earlier. Okay, so from that we also got the story was being reported on the Breakfast Club. Okay, we're gonna get to Kandi Lab 1 second. Jason messy ass Lee, who I don't trust on any parts of this earth, good or bad, never, ever, ever, ever. Okay, I don't. Jason Lee is a person who I feel like is messy, and he liked being messy. Jason Lee, who was guest hosting on the Breakfast Club, I think today, or at least today, was reporting on the whole Kandi, Tamar, whatever. And he called her a bully. Jason Lee said Kandi's a bully. She's mean. She was mean to my team. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Jason Lee could tell me that my name is Jaylee, and I would say, I don't think my name is Jaylee. Because he's full of shit. I'm still waiting on Jason Lee to retract the fact that the queen died before she died. So until Jason Lee can retract the fact that the queen did not die when he said she did, I don't believe shit he said. And everything he do comes from a point within his soul and in his body of selfishness. So, and truth be told, I used to always watch the Breakfast Club every day on YouTube. I don't no more. And I don't. I catch it I watch it when Just Hilarious was on there. I catch it sporadically. If Jason Lee on there, I'm like, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. I don't like him. I don't trust him. He's full of shit. Okay, so Tamar said what she said. Jason Lee called her messy and a bully. Well, y'all know Kandi do Amazon Lives, like I think every week, where, you know, she be around there and she show the things or whatever. It's an Amazon Live all the time. And she had it planned for today. Before any of this happened, she was gonna be on there. So Kandi was on Amazon Live, and she spoke on this and SWV. I had to cut out the SWV part. We'll watch that tomorrow. I'll be live to review SWV and Escape and the stuff that happened with them. It's gonna either be in the morning around 11 or at 9 when I get off work. It's number 1 and 2. But this is what Kandi had to say, at least on Jason and Tamar. Now, remember, Amazon is a supposedly wholesome franchise. She's working. So you do not want to bring drama and mess on an Amazon Live, on a QVC Live, on a Good Morning America Live. You don't want to bring, mess, because you don't want to offend the brand, okay? But Kandi spoke on it a little bit and whatnot.
Oh my goodness. Melissa says, what's the tea, girl? Shopping and sipping. Shopping and sipping. I know that's right. Oh my gosh. Everybody's wanting to know about the beef. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'll say right now is, simply that's not true. My husband never said nothing to her. He did not threaten her or none of that. So that's why I was like, I don't even want to address that on Amazon Live. She and I did have words, but he did. So that's why I was like, yeah. Some people like to twist things a little bit, but we can talk about it later on a different platform or not.
So that's part 1. I feel like what she said is the reason why her and Todd did not address it back in December. Well, she just said how my husband did not accost her, my husband did not do anything to her. That's why we did not address it. However, as she said, but me and her did have words. I feel like, in my opinion, Tamar hoped Kandi would respond. And it would have been a back and forth. It would have been a he say, she say. It would have been a whole thing. So her saying, one, I don't want to dress it, because the first time she was on live was on Amazon Live. Remember, the part of her bringing it up happened last night. Kandi was, I spread out. Kandi was up working on her show a la carte last night, so she didn't know what was going on. She found out via, social media or whatever. But as she said, the first time I'm on social media, I'm on Amazon Live, I don't want to address it here. But my husband didn't do shit. Okay?
Oh my goodness. Melissa says, what's the tea, girl? Shopping and sipping. Shopping and sipping. I know that's right. Oh my gosh. Everybody's wanting to know about the beef. The only thing I'll say right now is, simply that's not true. My husband never said nothing to her. He did not threaten her or none of that. So that's why I was like, I don't even want to address that on Amazon Live. She and I did have words, but he did. So
again, she's admitting, yes, me and Tamar did have words. I think the thing was, my issue always was, I knew her and Kandi had an argument. I don't believe the Todd part. The Todd tried to fight her.
That's why I was like, yeah. Some people like to twist things a little bit, but we can talk about it later on a different platform, or not. Anyway, LT says, we love you, Kandi, forget the haters. I fly above all my haters. Okay, that's what we doing today. We flying above. Okay, oh my goodness, Kendrick says, hey, Kandi, checking in for Houston, Texas, hashtag text fam, love you. Stephanie says, you're looking beautiful as always. Thank you, friend. Rhonda says, why they coming for my boob? Ooh, child, I don't know, honey. Amazon customer says, Kandi, trending birds. I guess you know what? This is so funny that this title of today's show is what's trending with Kandi Birds, because it's not like we knew that all of this was going to be happening today when we came up with the title for this show, right? And yeah, I don't know, maybe I spoke it into existence. John says, 2 words, Kandi, defamation lawsuit. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
And she can definitely sue for defamation for her trying to accuse Todd of physically assaulting her, or them trying to fight her, accusing them, both of them actually, for trying to fight, because Kandi and Todd, they have a platform. And y'all know how folks feel about that. Don't be trying to make it seem as if I'm around here fighting and whatever, because some folk don't like that. Okay? So anything that someone says that can hurt their brand, you can try to sue for defamation. And Tamar saying Todd tried to fight me can definitely be defamation. Watch what you say. Because what you think is someone trying to fight you, but it isn't. They just said some words of what it is. It's not the same as you implying they came up to you and tried to fight you. Okay?
Yeah. Anyway, Alexander says, we're waiting on that speak on it, LOL. I mean, how many speak on it can I do this week? I just did a speak on it the other day, and obviously it was about the episode. I don't necessarily think I'm going to do a speak on it about this. Yeah, that situation that's trending today was Just let it die. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like keep going back and forth. Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway. Here.
You're right, because Kandi right now is shooting Shy. She's shooting the a la carte show. She's on Amazon Live. She has shows on Bravo. And when people feel like, oh, you out here threatening folks, they may not want to work with you. So again, that's very much so a whole thing that can get Kandi. It can have her lose endorsements and jobs.
Here we go. Although I will say her impersonation of me was quite amusing. Oh my God, I was laughing my damn self. I was laughing myself. I was like, this is hilarious, but oh my goodness. Let me see. Take it on the road. Yeah, she should take that show on the road for real. That was comedy. Ollie said, sis is making the trending charts and they mad. I cannot think. What is so funny to me? When you trend for things that you wasn't expecting to be trending for? It's just a mess. I just be like, ooh, it's just the devil at work. John, I'm not gonna read your whole comment, but he said a certain someone said I was rude to his staff at the Grammys. I can't. Okay, let me just say.
and she's talking about Jason Lee on Amazon Live. She did not say Jason's name, but the other live she did at a half where she goes into just a little bit more detail about her and Jason Lee. We'll watch that in 1 second.
It is. I was just like, okay, that particular person, he had like been dogging me on his blog. Like he had said a lot of negative things. I'm sure you guys seen it because some of that stuff was on different blogs or whatever. I guess other people had picked it up. This was a while ago. And so if somebody had dogged you, would you want to interview for their page? No, that wasn't rude. I was just gonna go. I was going and like literally speaking to everybody on that, all the publicity people. And when I got to them, I said, hey. And then somebody, the person that was with me, told me who they were with, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do this one. And I just turned around and walked away. I didn't do anything to them. Maybe they felt the way because I sat and did the interviews with everybody else around them, but it wasn't them. It's just their platform had already dogged me. So like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what you think. I don't know. What would y'all do? I guess you could say, what would Jesus do? He probably would have spoke and did the interview. I spoke. I just didn't do the interview, so I don't know what else to say. Anyway, so everybody has their rendition or their version of who I am as a person. Y'all been seeing me on TV for 15 years, and I'm very straightforward. I say how I feel. I don't think that. I mean, if you can't get that by now, then I don't know what to say.
That part I want to agree with because I feel like we have seen Kandi, consistently on a reality show for the past 15 years. And we've seen her when she's fussing and arguing. We've seen her admit to stuff. So I do feel like she don't really be lying. You know what I'm saying? Like she sometimes be too honest or whatever. But I do feel like if you've been watching all the time, and not just the reality show, but it's even her on her social media, word of mouth around town, Kandi has a good name. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of folks fuck with Kandi. I think Kandi has a lot of business connections. She employs a lot of people. So for me, I do feel like, and again, I'm not saying Kandi has never done something wrong or is perfect. But I feel like, yes, she's been the most consistent housewife, good or bad. We've been angry with her over the years, over stuff or whatever. But I feel like she will admit when she's done something wrong. And we also know that she can hold a grudge, but she can also move past it because we see how she is back cool with Tamika. We just seen her hanging out with Phaedra. Not Phaedra. Her and Portia was hanging out. So I do feel like if someone wants to honestly get back better with Kandi over whatever things have happened, she is open to accepting folks who accept what they did. I think the one reason her and Phaedra not cool because Phaedra refuses to address what she did. Her and Tamar, who we thought was on better terms until Tamar was on social media, on the show, basically calling her a liar. So I feel like, we can't make it seem as if like Kandi is a sneaky, conniving, underhanded person who is tricking us and has been tricking us for years, and she really evil. Right. Even her and Nene cool now. And we know they always have issues. Right. And she admitted we did. Kandi is only saying my husband did not try to fight her, but me and her had words. Which means we was gonna fight. But my husband did not. I fully believe if Todd tried to fight some woman, it would piss Kandi off. Why? Because that would get Kandi in trouble too. Kandi would not cover for Todd. She'd cuss Todd ass out and make him go to Don't Be Dumb school.
Okay, so let's move it on along. Oh, and you already know I don't mess with people who don't mess with me. I reciprocate the energy. Right? Yeah, you've seen it. Shanika asked, are you still doing the Columbia show? I got tickets.
So there is a show coming up in April with Escape and Tamar. And I was like, ooh. Will they be going That'll be interesting to see. And I think it's a group. It's a whole bunch of other folks too. But I think girl, is y'all gonna be there?
I don't know, child. I guess I don't know. There's a lot going on. Let me see. Let me see. Iyania says, I'm a Taurus like you, and I know you speak the truth. Let them stay mad. Love you, Kandi. And Shani says, girls are talking about Kandi. These times Kandi make more money than I don't even think it's about the money, though. Like, just like anybody, we all work, we all make a check or whatever. Money is relative. Like, just because you make a lot of money, you might spend a lot of money. Like, you never know what you're going to do with it, right? But it's like, overall, everybody has their disagreements, and we all still, feel the way we feel, be in our feelings at times or whatever. It is what it is. But please know. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything else. You're such a lady. I'm not always a lady, but I'll be a lady today. How about that? Divine asks, okay, Divine, you late chiming in, honey. You said did Todd confront him, but he never confronted her. Like, child, go on somewhere with that. Stop it. Stop the narrative. No. Kayvana says, hey, Kandi girl, are you Taurusing right now with all the BS going on? Yes, honey. There's times, that Taurus bull sees red. And, I have to bring it in. I think a lot of people be like, oh, how do you stay so cool and calm? How do you stay so cool and calm? I think nobody really stays cool and calm all the time when they, have the BS coming at them, right? Mm-hmm. But then, you have your team around you that's keeping you level-headed.
A team. You hear that? You had your team around you keeping you level-headed.
And it's like, don't say a word. Don't you say anything. Don't do that. Don't do this. And then so it's like, I'm trying to keep the Taurus, the horns in. I'm trying to keep them in. Yeah, okay. But some of it's like, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before I just, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of stuff to do today.
So yeah, she had the team. So the main reasons Kandi ain't said she didn't have to say shit, her team was keeping her quiet. Okay, Kandi, sit that down now. Sit down. Okay. Now she was also on her AMP. Okay, she does AMP lives on Mondays for Kandi, Cody, and Live, and she touched a little bit more on stuff. Okay, but I want y'all to do me a favor. I forgot. Like the damn video. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Nah, Kandi was also on her AMP thing, and she'll talk a little bit about that. So let's get into that real quick.
Oh my gosh. So tell me what's going on, A1.
What's going motherfucker, you? Fuck you mean what's going on? You going on.
So y'all know I changed up the voice. Whenever I do a video, I change the voice up. I either slow them down, speed them up. That is Kandi talking, and also DJ A1 on her AMP. For Kandi, Cody, Live. It was a good show too. It was a good show. Now ignore some of them comments, honey, because that was stuff I was like, what? But I only took out the parts that we're talking about what we talk about.
No. Oh my God. Today has been a day. I had so much stuff going on. Okay, so let me start off with my day started at 4 a.m. I had to get makeup and hair at 4 a.m. because I was filming today for the show a la carte.
Okay.
And
again, Kandi was on Amazon Live today. At 2 p.m. She was then on the AMP Live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So when she said on the Amazon Live how I'm not going to address stuff here, I'll do it on another platform, I think she meant AMP. You know what I'm saying? You have so many sources I have not seen. I've been doing my due diligence. when you come to Jaylee's Corner, you get a full explanation of things so that you can have a clear, concise opinion. Because it's easy to watch a 30-second clip on the Shade Room and then try to base all your shit on that 30-second clip. When you can just be a journalist a little bit, and do your due diligence, okay, do some digging and some searching to get the actual information so that people can have an informed conversation, an informed opinion. You know, I try my best to do that. I try my best to get all my own, info, so that way I have the most knowledge in what I'm saying. I want to play, Tamar live. I'm gonna play Kandi's, so no one can say, "Well, you didn't want to play it." It's like, no, I give it. If I can find it, I'm gonna get it. I try my best. You know what I'm saying? Honey, Kandi be working, and that's why I'm like, let me just follow along to where she at and where she gonna be, so that way when I come on here live later on, I can have a full explanation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I the only reason I will not call myself a journalist is because I didn't go to school for it, but I 100% operate like a journalist. I hate coming to y'all with quick tea. I hate coming to y'all with a quick story. I love finding the information. Yeah, but let's keep listening.
It's just been like every time, I was filming, so I really haven't had a chance to just sit on the ground.
All right.
But every time I did have a couple seconds to look, I like, damn.
You saw yourself.
Yes.
Every time you scrolled, it was you.
And it was something new.
Yeah,
each time. I already knew that the stuff with SWV was going to be an issue when the show aired.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Because, everybody was in their feelings about, what everybody else had to say. But I wasn't expecting to be trending about all this other bullshit.
Hey, man. Not at all. You actually been on point since last night.
What you mean?
Since last night, you've been a topic.
Oh my gosh, I'm like the trending topic everywhere.
Yeah,
I see somebody out here shaking their head like, "Yup, you the damn trending topic."
The trending topic. But when you're at the top, hey man, when you are at the top,
then everybody would come for you.
Everybody got to come for you.
Everybody come. It was funny to me. Okay, first of all, and one of the things that I saw about myself today, a lot of people was like, "Oh, she has the big head or she has an ego." Do you?
Not Tony Braxton, backup singer, and Set Prop barking, girl. These goddamn comments, honey. Tony Braxton, backup singer, and Set Prop barking. I cannot. And I will say Kandi was trending. Say what you want. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. I'm saying.
You get that from me?
No, and I've known you for a very long time, almost 2 decades now, and I have never known you to have an ego. I seen somebody say that you were rude and a bully.
Oh, now that one, I saw that too. I thought
like,
that was
whoa.
hilarious coming from somebody who's rude and a bully themselves.
Yeah,
I was like, did they really do that? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I've never seen you. Well, you've been rude to me before, but
whatever.
I've never seen you be rude to people ever.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody can have a moment of rudeness. Let me just say that. But
I've never seen you do
in this specific situation. I guess we can just say who's talking. We talking about what's his name?
Jason Lee.
Lee.
He was on Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he was on Breakfast Club.
So please stop letting that door swing. Yeah,
and he was like going in on me on the Breakfast Club from the clip that I saw. Okay, and basically he was trying to say that he heard that was somebody on his team.
Yes. It's funny that people want to play Kandi, but this doesn't help. It just amplifies her visibility. She had more folk on the Amazon Live. It was more folk on this. I'm pretty sure Andy or whoever gonna have her on Watch What Happens Live. It's like, I'm just saying.
Whatever, said that I was rude to them at the Grammys.
Right.
So we can address that.
That's true.
We can
so
address
you know what he's talking about?
I know exactly what he's talking about. And I will tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, Jason Lee has dogged me on his podcast or on.
Has he?
Yes, in the past. He said things about me. Well, people send me clips, you know what I'm saying? So I saw some things that he said wasn't too cool, wasn't too nice. Right?
And Jason Lee has said he don't like Kandi.
Right. I've seen other interviews that he did that he, wasn't too friendly towards me, right? And then he and it seemed like he had an issue with the fact that I never accepted his invitation on his show. So that was his way of dogging me or whatever reason for being negative towards me. So my thing is, cool. But why are you mad if I don't want to do your podcast if you talk bad about me? Like, who wants to go on somewhere where they already know the person that dogged them or dragged them or said something crazy?
Well, quite possibly.
And that's the thing. Jason Lee getting on a Breakfast Club and saying Kandi is a mean bully, but not saying, the reason why he's upset is that she don't want to do his show because he talked cash shit about her. We've seen many other celebrities get upset with blogs who talk about them, but then want to interview them. You can't have it both ways. You can't. You can't, Blanche, and that's on Pete.
Drag and dog you in person.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily in person because I saw him in person. He didn't say anything to me. He had more of an issue with our agent.
Which he spoke on that as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's something else that don't even have anything to do with me. But my thing is, it's like, I don't even understand what the issue is because I mean, like, when he first started his site or whatever, I was like, I followed his page. I told other people to follow his page, and then it was like, other little negative comments was being said, and I was like, okay, you peep stuff when people say stuff about you, right? And then, he really went in on me another time, like, what was it, towards the fall of last year, and somewhere it was on social media. And after that, I was just like, okay, cool, like I know how you feeling. Y'all already know how I am. If somebody is shady to me, then I don't fuck with you. It's as simple as that. I don't have anything crazy to say to you.
So basically, whoever works for him just got the trickle effect.
Well, no. They didn't even really get a trickle effect. What happened was I was doing something or the red carpet. I was working, okay? And so I was going and I was speaking to, in my breaks, I was going and doing interviews with everybody on the carpet. So I can only do a couple at a time because I was working, right?
Gotcha.
So when I came by his people, I did one interview, and then I came to the girl. I was like, hey. And then somebody from my side whispered in my ear, oh, that's Jason Lee's podcast. So,
meaning I don't fuck with you. And that's the gotcha. The fact that Jason Lee's staff will be out here trying to talk to people who he talk cash shit about. And because as she's saying in those press lines, it be a line of press and you go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. So you just doing shows. I don't want to do your show. I don't want to give you any sound bites because you talk cash shit about me. Candace will probably never ever talk to me because if she ever, found my channel, because of how much I did not like her before. I can fully understand that. I fully could. But if I was to talk to her now, you was just getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? So I can see Kandi saying, I don't fuck, and that's fine. But you have to stand on what you say. You can't talk cash shit and then call the people you talk cash shit about messy and a bully because they did not want to talk to your staff because you talking about them.
I was like, after I said, hey, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't even do it, but all right. And I just walked. I didn't say anything crazy to her. I didn't say anything bad,
Yeah, that's a good response.
Yeah, I was about to start talking, but when I realized it was his thing, and he's already been dogging me.
Yeah, you better than me.
I just bowed out.
I would have been like, oh, no, I don't fuck with y'all. I would have said that shit. No, that's what I'm saying. You better than me.
It wasn't to the person that I was speaking. I said hello.
I was like, hello, you cool, but I don't fuck with him.
It wasn't.
Next.
I didn't really have time to go into a big, deep explanation.
Yeah, there ain't no explanation, Ken.
In my opinion, they already know he don't like me, right? They already know he don't like. Everybody know he don't really care for me, right?
Yeah.
He said it publicly, so it really wasn't even a reason for me to have to explain. That's the way I looked at it.
Oh, well.
So I just went on about my business and I went to the next person. It wasn't that deep.
All right, shout out to him. Move on.
Yeah, moving right along.
Yeah, we're not gonna stand up on no female ever. He don't do shit.
Oh, so again, it was a whole live. They also had Country Wayne on there. And towards the end, because again, Kandi, as she was talking, she was saying that her team told her to not really address and talk about the Todd stuff Boy Bench already had, and just saying the Todd didn't do shit. I think because they're looking at legally what they can do, probably some cease and desist stuff. They're probably gonna be out here cease and desist and Tamar's ass, and so they don't want Kandi to fully speak on their side saying Todd didn't do shit. But towards the end of the show, A1, who was at the show, because DJ A1 is Kandi and Escape's DJ, so A1 was at the show, and he was saying how because I had just missed it of him saying it, and I'm like, damn, I had to push record real quick. But he was saying how he was right there, whatever. Todd ain't do shit. So this is the tail end of A1 giving his 2 cents about Todd not doing Todd not trying to fight Tamar.
I just went on about my business and I went to the next person. It wasn't that deep.
All right, shout out to him. Move on.
Yeah, moving right
Yeah, we're not
along.
gonna stand up on no female ever. He don't do shit like that. He will never do shit like that. I was standing right there. My partner said something to his wife. End of the conversation. It was over with. So fuck the narrative of all that shit about my partner running up on women. That's not what we do over here. I don't give a fuck how I go, where it go. It's up when you talk about my squad, man. We fucking with y'all, man. How we fuck with y'all. Love. You want to talk about it?
Make that clear.
Make it real clear.
You were there.
I was there.
When the arguments happened.
I was there.
And to be clear.
Again, Kandi is not denying that her and Tamar got into an argument. No one is denying that. Kandi and now A1 is saying Todd did not run up on Tamar and try to fight and argue with Tamar. A1 also is saying no. The same thing. This thing. A1 is saying I'm rewind it because it wasn't that much time anyway. A1 said kinda the same thing that Tamar said, that Todd came up to get Kandi. That's what Tamar said earlier. A1 is saying basically the same thing.
It wasn't that deep.
All right, shout out to him. Move on.
Yeah, moving right
Yeah,
along.
we're not gonna stand up on no female ever. He don't do shit like that. He will never do shit like that. I was standing right there. My partner said something to his wife. End of the conversation. It was over with. So fuck the narrative of all that shit about my partner running up on women. That's not what we do over here. I don't give a fuck how I go, where it go. It's up when you talk about my squad, man. We fucking with y'all, man. How we fuck with y'all. Love. You want to talk about it?
Make that clear.
Make it real clear.
You were there.
I was there.
When the arguments happened.
I was there.
And to be clear, she and I had an argument on a Friday
Yes.
show. She came back and did a Saturday show with
Yes.
us the next day, even
Yes.
though we weren't speaking.
Yes.
And then it wasn't until the following week. Oh, they told me to shut up.
So again, Kandi team was there. Okay. You said what happened? JayLee's escape announced on this station. There are only 3 for now. I don't know what that means. If you mean that there are 3 members of escape, I know that right now because Tosh's not involved. But anything other than that, I don't know what you mean. The comments is crazy. the comments are crazy. But Kandi's team is also there, advising her, "Hey, don't even speak on it. Leave it be." Hey, that's why, because I was waiting the whole show for them to fully address it, and the show they really didn't. But towards the end, A1 was like, well, this to make it clear, okay, Todd ain't do shit, leave me. Okay, and again, we're going to listen one more time, because again, the only people we've heard from so far was Tamar's version, Kandi version, but now the fact that A1 version matches what Tamar said, that Todd walked up to get Kandi because Kandi and Tamar were arguing.
I have to explain. That's the way I looked at it.
Oh, well.
So I just went on about my business and I went to the next person. It wasn't that deep.
All right, shout out to him. Move on.
Yeah, moving right
Yeah, we're not
along.
gonna stand up on no female ever. He don't do shit like that. He will never do shit like that. I was standing right there. My partner said something to his wife. End of the conversation. It was over with. So fuck the narrative of all that shit about my partner running up on women. That's not what we do over here.
Because again, once you give a narrative that a man is out here running up on women, we don't fuck with dudes who do that. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to mess with anybody or support anybody who is out here being disrespectful, being aggressive, being abusive to women. We don't rock with that at all. Y'all know I am a survivor. I used to be a domestic violence. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. And y'all know the bad guy. Okay. So I feel like I would not support anybody out here actively just running up on chicks. At all. I would not do that. So I feel like we should not put out that narrative. So with Tamar saying he walked up and looked at me and said, you know what it is, to me, that is not threatening. So even A1 saying we don't do that. Me and my pop, y'all know A1 and Todd is close. You know, Todd, A1, DJ A1 been around since Kandi was doing Kandi Coded Nights on the internet back in the early 2000s, like at least 10 years ago. So DJ A1 been around for a long time. He's her DJ. He was also the DJ who was with them on the Verses. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is everybody's narrative fits the fact that Tamar and Kandi was arguing. And Todd came up to get Kandi. Not Todd ran up on Tamar.
I don't give a fuck how I go, where it go. It's up when you talk about my squad, man. We fucking with y'all, man. How we fuck with y'all. Love. You want to talk about it?
Make that clear.
Make it real clear.
You were there.
I was there.
When the arguments happened.
I was there.
And to be clear, she and I had an argument on a Friday show. She came back and did a Saturday show with us the next day, even though we weren't speaking. And then it wasn't until the following week. Oh, they told me to shut up.
Again, her team said shut up because she was saying we had the argument on Friday night. There was a Saturday night show. It was a week later, I'm guessing, is when a conversation was had probably between Todd and the junior dude.
It wasn't even until the following week.
The fuck wrong with y'all?
We were done with the show. That then she starts.
Why the fuck we not talking? What the fuck?
How you not even?
How this shit going right now? What the fuck wrong with y'all?
I'm sorry. I wish A1 would have shut up, but A1 was responding or reacting to Kandi's team, telling her to not say shit. But if you listen closely, what Kandi was saying was the incident happened on a Friday night. They had their Saturday show. They wasn't talking. She said Tamar posted about it a week later. Listen closely.
She and I had an argument on a Friday show. She came back and did a Saturday show with
Again, it happened on a Friday night. She came back for the Saturday show.
Us the next day, even though we weren't speaking. And then it wasn't until the following week. Oh, they told me to shut up. It wasn't even until the following week.
The fuck wrong with y'all?
We were done with the show. That then she starts.
Why the fuck we not talking? What the fuck?
How you not even?
How this shit going right now? What the fuck wrong with y'all?
So you heard Kandi say, how would you wait a week to post about it? That's what Kandi said.
She came back and did a Saturday show with us the next day, even though we weren't speaking. And then it wasn't until the following week. Oh, they told me to shut up. It wasn't even until the following week.
The fuck wrong with y'all?
We were done with the show. That then she starts.
Why the fuck we not talking? What the fuck?
How you not even?
How this shit going right now? What the fuck wrong with y'all?
Anyway.
All right, man. We love y'all niggas, man.
My husband didn't do nothing.
Todd didn't do shit. It's all love, man. Misunderstanding. It's, you know what I mean? We're going to get to it how we get to it, man. Kandi Cody Live. Y'all check us next week. What?
A lot. Now, that was only part of it. Because I wanted y'all to hear everybody live. Okay, so we didn't heard Tamar live, we heard Kandi live, or whatever, all that stuff. I will be live tomorrow for the SWV Escape shit. That's all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that tomorrow night, tomorrow at 9. I want to have a whole day to pull all the shit I can pull Taj's lives. I'm have to edit together Kandi live and she said about Escape in the show. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we will have a conversation about Kandi, Escape, SWV, and all that shit. Okay, but back to Tamar. So on social media, we knew what she said yesterday. Okay, she said that yesterday. Okay, we know that Jason Lee called her messy and a bully. Well, after Kandi went on Amazon Live and responded saying Todd didn't do shit, Tamar was on Twitter. And these are not in order because the top one of her saying, listen, I'm healed and saved, but God don't want us to be roll over rovers. I'm standing firm on what I said, exactly how it happened, and don't need to lie about anything. That was the last thing she posted. I just didn't edit these the right way. When Tamar tweeted and deleted, now Billy Goat is going to be back up again, calling me a liar. I think she's going to start me back up again, calling me a liar. Someone needs to call her and tell her to chill. Tadina 1,000,000,000% did what I said he did. First of all, you're out here calling Kandi Billy Goat again. I told y'all when she got called a Muppet, she was upset. When she was called a background bop, 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 bop singer, she'd be upset. But you want to call people a Billy. And this is what I want people to understand. Kandi's voice is an amazing 90s throwback, raspy, low register voice, just like T-Boz. That was the sound for the 90s. So Kandi has a good voice. We love the song she sings. Okay, so Tamar, Tony Braxton, little sister ass, calling someone Billy Goat is messy to me. And hint, she deleted that tweet because she knew folks were gonna come for her head. You can't call someone Billy Goat because when someone call you Muppet, when someone call you broken, when someone call you that white man girlfriend, because someone gonna call Tamar that white man girlfriend. When folk come for you in your look, when folk want to bring up your edits, your bad wigs, it's gonna be an issue. And all Kandi said was, my husband did not try to fight her, but we had words. Kandi did not call the lady out her name. She barely mentioned her name. That's why I say Tamar is messy and petty, because it's a way to stand up for yourself without calling people out. Before Kandi could say anything, before Kandi could mention a word, she was already on social media on the defense. Tamar was. Again, last night, her first tweet after she said it, before the replay could be replayed and people could see what was said, before anyone could screen record what she said on what happened last, she already tweeted. I had left it alone, but Kandi and Todd wanted to fight me, and blah, 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 blah. And her saying, I welcome them to speak on it and lie. So in my opinion, Tamar was already being messy. So for you to come up here after Kandi went on Amazon Live and folks retweeted the small part of her saying, my husband did not try to fight her. You came up here saying Billy Goat gonna make you come back around here for her calling you a liar. Well, you said, or Todd said, was, you know what it is. That's not that man want to fight you. It isn't, ma'am. It isn't. Okay. Now, when the blogs were also posted about Kandi and SWV, okay, I think it maybe whoever was posting about Kandi saying how Escape's booking fee is 3 times more than SWV's. We will discuss that tomorrow. We will not discuss nothing SWV related today. But Tamar went to the blogs and commented and said, imagine having the biggest ego for the most non-singing ass person in the entire music industry. Stream my new hit song Change, where I pay homage to the amazing SWV. Now, see, at this point, Kandi can beat Tamar ass, and I would say, I mean, you called her Billy Goat. I mean, you said her husband tried to fight you. At this point, if Kandi saw Tamar at Lenox Mall in Atlanta, and if Kandi just chose to trip her ass and she fell face first down to the ground, let it be. Because you going on social media commenting about something that has nothing to do with you after calling me a goat, after calling me an animal, you're going to go and call me, I have the biggest ego for the most non-singing ass person in the entire girl, please. There's a lot of people. There's so many other people who can't sing. Kandi ain't one of them. Kandi ain't one of them. Kandi ain't one of them. Period. People like, I don't understand why folk like that just not like Kandi. I don't understand it. There is no proof out that Kandi is a fucked up person. None. None. But once you say my husband tried to fight you, call me a liar, then make it seem as if you didn't call me a liar, which pissed me off. You then go on your live and say my husband tried to fight you. You then call me a goat and a liar and say I'm a non-singleness person. Okay. Again, Tamar wants some bullshit. And she's doing it with a person who can afford to ignore her. She's doing it with a person who, if y'all say Kandi got all the juice, can get her blackballed. I don't want y'all to play Nan. Don't play Tamar's song. Don't y'all play Tamar's song. Don't y'all book Tamar. When Tamar is at a gig and she gets booed, it be some bullshit. And I see people look, y'all, I be ignoring folk who be posting bullshit around here. Completely ignore it. Tamar being posted this. In her story, Tamar posted, because Kandi posted this morning on her page. And y'all, I brought up earlier, if y'all have ever seen the movie The Addams Family, okay, the one that came out in like the late 90s, there's a scene where Wednesday and his little white girl has to play victim of drowning and someone who's going to save you. Kandi posted that clip this morning, with this eye roll, where the girl in the orange swimsuit is like, I've been a victim. And she jumps in the water because Wednesday's supposed to save her. And Wednesday tells the people, I can't swim. So let her be the victim because I can't swim. So that was her response to Tamar, who had this point in time said what she said on Wipe What Happens Live. She had posted on Twitter. She also went on live and said all that she said. And a lot of people felt like, okay, you're being the victim. I've been a victim. I can't swim. I can't say you be. Again, when Tamar said, well, Kandi could have easily, defended this, before. Why? Anyway, because she posted that, Tamar posted that on her stories. I am the victim when your man steps to a woman. Sounds like an abused woman to me. To see nothing wrong with that. I hope he's not beating your ass. I pray for your healing. That's what Tamar can't get right said. That she praying for Kandi's healing. Because she hoped that Todd not beating her ass, how people were saying that Vince and that man who was he from Nigeria? From Ghana? The black man he would date, after the events, was beating her ass. Tamar gonna say she hoped Todd is not beating Kandi ass. So now you're implying that my husband is abusing me. Because you said that he abusing you. So the reason Kandi ain't saying shit, she's allowing Tamar to sail herself down the river of deceit of this bullshit. I'ma cease in the situation, or I'll just sue you for defamation for all of the shit you are saying on a public platform that my husband and me tried to fight you. Okay. Now we also know that JR and Tamar was saying that the following day or whatever, the next day or whatever, that JR checked Todd. Now she then Tamar posted this picture, and in the back, you see the circle. In the background, you see who we think is JR and Todd having a conversation. Now it don't look. This is my thing. If a man tried to fight me and my man is checking that man, it ain't gonna look like this. It ain't gonna look like there's two men talking about the game that happened last night. Okay, it ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? No, it's gonna be some aggression. Okay, it's gonna be some aggression. David, thank you, David. This is his name. David. That's what that man named you, David. But Tamar saying that, you know, Junior, JR talked to Todd. Okay. And then talking to Todd and blah, 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 blah. And she posted this picture as evidence. No one questioned if Junior had a conversation with Todd. And we saw in the clip earlier in the live that what JR said, you know, I talked to Todd. He apologized. But the apology after the fact, though, JR, shut up. Because you can't apologize until something happens. And so that's that. So I blew up the picture. So, okay, it's the white man and the black man. We assume the black man is Todd. We can't see the man's face. We can't see the man's face. So we do not know for a fact that that's Todd. But I'm gonna say this: if Todd was threatening you, you was cool being so close to Todd right there. Because if a man threatened me, he can't come near me. Security will be all around me. Todd would not be able to gleefully have a conversation with my man behind me because he tried to fight me. He should not be nowhere near me at all. So she posted this as her proof that Todd tried to fight her, because we see a white man who we can't really say is JR. We see a white man and a black man having a conversation kindly, gently behind her. That also don't look like nobody checking anybody. It looked like two people having a conversation. But again, if anybody threatened my fiance, I'm not having no easy conversation in the middle of a large ass arena where you can't really probably hear shit. Which to me means it was a quick conversation. Period. JR then posted on his social media after all this. He posted this a couple hours ago because he felt like folks were then coming for his ass. Because this is what happens, JR, which you may not know, okay? Because you were not, really around. Oh, and he since deleted that post, okay? Because he, as y'all see, I took that screenshot. It said 3 hours ago. I've been live for 12, so it was 5 hours ago. And JR has taken it down because it was in the stories. And now it isn't. So the fact of the matter is, why take it down? I don't trust people who delete shit unless you delete it because it's a spelling error and you spelled everything wrong. Okay, everything was wrong. Then okay, I'll take it back. But if you just saying what you did between you and Todd, why take it down? Is it not true? Or is it some cease and desist shit? Okay, so what JR said, he said, for the record, yes, I did have a conversation with Todd about what he said to Tamar. He immediately seemed embarrassed about it, apologized, and wanted to make amends for saying, you know what it is. So again, all Todd said per Tamar, per JR Jr. is You know what it is. Again, what? Okay. He tried to rationalize why he said it, but I stopped him and said it should never have happened. I then asked him to clear up with Tamar and apologize in person. So why delete that? Are you lying? Is that not what happened? Why delete it? And everyone is acknowledging that all Todd did was say to Tamar in some way, shape, or form, you know what it is. He didn't say he apologized for getting aggressive with her. He didn't say nothing besides he apologized and wanted to make amends for saying you know what it is. If someone can let me know, what the fuck? How? 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 The fact that Tamar already has JR Jr. involved in some bullshit that he's involving himself in as a fiance and backing up the bullshit versus trying to de-escalate and get his girl's name out the blogs for bullshit. Right. Tied to the same shit to Portia in season 9 when all that shit popped off. You know what it is. Todd is. That's why I said I can hear Todd say that. Because to me, that means you know what it is. I don't fuck with you. To me, that comes from Todd is not a physical threat. Not from OJ, maybe. If OJ said, you know what it is, holding a knife, I'm running. But your man even also saying, I talked to Todd about him saying, you know what it is. And my thing is the reason, in my opinion, the reason Todd apologized was probably because of how him saying that made her feel. Now, when Giselle said that Chris made her feel some kind of way, but she can't say what Chris said, that's on some bullshit. Had Giselle said, well, he said, you know what it is, and she felt like that meant something, okay, cool. At least you can say what the person said that made you feel some kind of way. If Tamar took that as, he want to fight me. And Todd, no, he did say that. And that ain't what he meant. Of course, he would apologize because that's not what he meant. It's what he said. It ain't what he meant. Right. And he did not say he wanted to apologize for stepping to her. Nope. Not at all. Because no one said he stepped to her. And in JR's own statement, and he's a lawyer. JR the lawyer. Lawyer JR. He's a lawyer. He's a whole lawyer. Lawyer. I'm not calling that man a liar. I'm saying he's a lawyer. He said, for the record, yes, I did have a conversation with Todd about what he said, not what he did. Not what he did. I had a talk with Todd about what he said to Tamar. He seemed embarrassed about it. Okay. And they apologized and wanted to make amends for saying, you know what it is. He tried to rationalize it, which means he tried to say, I didn't mean it like that wasn't a fucking threat. The fuck? Ain't no threat. The fuck? And Todd is a person to where, and let's not forget, Todd and JR don't know each other. Because at this point in time, I'm pretty sure Kandi and Tamar wasn't talking. JR was a strange white man who no one knew was engaged to Tamar. So it wasn't even as if Todd had some respectful friendship situation with JR. Someone had to tell him, hey, that's Tamar man or whatever. Nigga, she dating. You know what I'm saying? Right here, nigga. Dude, she dating. And, you know, he just want, and again, if Tamar felt some kind of way, the man in her life should talk to Todd. But again, the photo of Todd, or I'm sorry, the photo of some white man and some black man, very, very blurrily, having a quick chat at a concert venue hall around a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of music, to where you see it must have been live, because you see the white man is having to, you know, be real close to the black man's ear, also means and by bypassing somebody, hey Todd, let's chat real quick. So I need everybody to miss me with the narrative that Todd tried to fight Tamar. He did not. He did not. And can't nobody, I told y'all, God gotta come down from heaven and tell me that, or roll some beautiful bean footage. Show the bean footage. And JR is a personal injury and criminal defense attorney. So when Tamar get hit with a cease and desist or any kind of lawsuit for defamation, hopefully he can defend his girlfriend, his wife, his fiance. But the bottom line between Tamar and Kandi is, we all know Tamar and Kandi got into an argument, fully, because Tamar went up to Kandi trying to hug her. Hey, girl. And Kandi said, I don't fuck with you because you called me a liar on this nation. I ain't like it. And an argument ensued. And an argument happened. And Todd came up to get Kandi. And after he got Kandi, he turned to Tamar and said, you know what it is? And Tamar took that as a threat and has held on to that shit for all these months until she now wants it, until she was asked about it. And she then took it onto social media and it said more and more shit. But at the end of the day, the one thing I think she would not be able to come back from it with Kandi is trying to accuse Todd of abusing Kandi. Of trying to accuse Kandi of also ignoring an abusive man and trying to, because again, I want to be clear. Tamar posted on her IG that she's a victim because Kandi man stepped to her. And how Kandi sound like an abused woman. Because she see nothing wrong with what Todd did. And she hoped Todd ain't beating her ass. So you're accusing my man of beating me. Again, so when Kandi come and she beat Tamar. If Kandi just happened to trip Tamar one day, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. At all. At all. At all. And I also want people to understand, you can like Tamar, you can like Kandi, but we have to admit when Tamar be full of shit and she be pushing a narrative that's not fully factual. And we base that off what Tamar said herself. We're not basing, nothing we said tonight has anything to do with what Kandi said. We first saw Tamar live. But once you say you think my husband is beating my ass and I sound like an abused woman, and as a DV survivor myself, Kandi don't sound like an abused woman. Tamar do. Tamar act like someone who never wants to be hurt again. So let me just be an asshole until someone don't love me. And when I find someone who does love me, I hope they put up with my bullshit. Because in real life, a real man would have told Tamar, don't put that shit up there. A lawyer, he's a fucking lawyer. Your fiance is a lawyer. He's not inviting you to not do this shit. There's so much I don't post. There's so many people who I see who their pages get shut down for this or that. They should get. I don't say nothing that I feel will get me flagged, canceled, or shit taken down because I ain't the kind of person. When I hear people who have their old tweets, I'm like, I've never said nothing. Nobody that would be so horrible. I told the ex he should die once, but that was an ex. I know him. I mean, I'm not randomly talking to random people meanly, but I told him that for sure. My point is, you should always have someone who tells you, don't post that. Don't post that. Don't post that. Don't post that. The fact that no one told her, Tamar, don't post that. Tamar, don't post that. Tamar, don't call her no Billy Goat. Don't call her husband a female because they're going to get you for that. Because why imply that a man is a woman? If that is the case. Tamar, don't go to the comment section and saying that she's a non-singing ass person. And then trying to shade Escape by saying that you made change to pay homage to SWV as if we had not seen your ass also say you like Escape. So you gonna jump on the bandwagon of being pissed at Kandi. Okay. Tamar, don't post that. So you should always have people in your corner, in your space, who only make you better. And to me, if your man or your woman, your people don't make you better or just keep you out of the bullshit, to keep the focus on your TV show and your new song. Ain't nobody out here running to stream her song. Nobody. Because the mess of it all is what they're focused on. No one's focused on the damn song. I ain't really heard it. I haven't. And as Kandi said, Tamar did not even post about what happened for a week after it happened. She was mad a week later. The same way she's now mad 4 months later. And if my wife just told you, you know what, I don't fuck with you, and y'all fussing, and I walk up, you know what it is, we don't fuck with you. Wife, let's go. You know what it is. Also, if it's my birthday weekend, I got a new man that's had some good old birthday dick. I'm not worried about going on live and telling y'all shit. Nothing. Nope. No. Just saying. Would not do it. Anyway, y'all, that's all that it is for this shit. Okay? Everybody have an opinion about shit. That's fine. You know? People gonna ride for who they want to ride for. And my thing I'm just gonna speak on the whole situation. So my opinion ain't even based on me riding for Kandi or Tamar. It's what makes the most sense based on what was said. And what was said was mostly said by Tamar. So we can only address really things from Tamar's perspective. And what Tamar said on her live, that mattered what Kandi said and what her fiance said, and that A1 said, that Todd got up to come get Kandi. In my opinion, anything else that Tamar posted in a negative way to Kandi is because that's why Kandi don't fuck with her. I've always said, if we used to be cool or cordial, you won't catch me talking shit about you. Because that means I had an issue with you. And that kind of makes me fake. So that ain't how I rock. I'm not gonna tell your secrets. None of that shit. Okay. I have not watched Swarm yet. I have no idea to review. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. I have no plans to review it because I don't know. If I have time to do that. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m., we will have a full conversation about SWV, Escape, and all that shit. Because I had to keep the shit separate. This would have been an 18-hour live had we had to dive into the Escape shit. I have not even watched the episode, but again, tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we will have a full-fledged conversation. We will watch what Kandi said on live about the show. We will watch Taj's live, Taj and Coco live. I'm gonna try to pull they tweets because Lily was tweeting, Coco was sharing some shit, Tiny was tweeting and all that. But a full conversation about all that will happen tomorrow separately. Okay. Kandi kept the same energy, and now Tamar wants to play victim for talking cash shit. Boom. Boom. And it's one thing for it to be a misunderstanding, and then cooler heads prevail, and everybody cool, versus we left it off on you on some bullshit, I don't fuck with you. Like we told each other, I don't fuck with you. And you just don't fuck with each other. And if someone asks you about something that concerns someone you don't fuck with anymore, just don't answer the question. Y'all don't fuck with each other. You know what? I don't know who it was. I can't remember. Or I would say, it doesn't matter. Leave it at that. But, Tamar did what she do. And if you look at everything, Tamar said the most. Kandi didn't say too much. Besides, yes, me and Tamar did have an argument and fight. Todd did not run up on Tamar. That's all Kandi said was a lie. Todd did not run up on Tamar. And if anyone watched this full live, if anyone watched Tamar live, Tamar said he did not run up on. Tamar said he came up to get Kandi and said to her, you know what it is. That's it. That's not the equivalent of a man running up on you to fight you. I hope y'all have a good night. I love you all. Please make sure to like the video, to share the video, okay, to subscribe to my channel, to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I will talk to y'all tomorrow night. I love you all. I love you all. And again, everybody's opinion, is fine. You can be on Tamar's side. You can be on Candace. You can be on whoever's side. But I said what I said, and I love you all. Okay? Gotta go.